You better behave, all right? Hello, Twitch viewers! Ashley Wingsong here, always searching for new stories and dreaming new dreams. And tonight, obviously, we are doing another D&D section. Basically, again, Surge Sifters, and that's a tongue twister. Either way, last game, uh, basically we ran into someone who basically had the same problem as our group, but seems to have a bit more experience. Not only that, but for the looks of it, she's not the only one, and the two villains that we may have fought before have apparently gotten the same powers as us. But now we've also discovered they're being led by someone else, and well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But uh, but before we get to that, let's get to the group chats. And we are live.
Live, yes. What a fantastically, gloriously glorious thing to be.
Gee, you sound excited.
I, well, appearances can be deceiving.
AKA, case in point, Husky.
I. Sorry, everybody. I made the brilliant decision of running a mile before the game today.
Oh, yikes. Okay, that's understandable.
Not really. I'm still wondering why I did it.
Hey, sometimes you just have to.
I didn't have anywhere to go that was a mile away. But I
Restless
did it
leg
anyway.
syndrome?
I don't know. I make poor choices. Like starting a YouTube channel.
But it turned out great.
I'm sure somebody likes it.
Come to think of it. Avian, you there?
One second. Yes, you are.
Hello.
Stop being late.
Oh, you just got in.
Literally as you left.
Yeah, maybe I should let you guys know when I'm going live from now on. I mean, great to let you know when I'm starting to stream, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Just need to use the bathroom.
Ooh, yeah.
No bathroom breaks. We're doing this live.
Do it live.
You should have thought of that before you had a bladder. All right, everybody. I am tonight's game master. I am Conan Bell, and I play Fighting Leaf on the interwebs. I review kids' movies. I make stupid songs that almost sound like they're not made by an idiot. And then I do this stuff once a week.
Or we try and make it once a week.
Yeah, and again, I do apologize about last week. It was just a little
It
hectic.
happens.
It happens
Well,
because it's not. No one can choose when their house combusts and explodes in a fiery ball that is visible from space. Nobody blames you for that, except for the people who do. Anyway,
I blame you for
introduce
that, because that
yourself.
was your fault. You're the one who does all the pyro stuff.
Hey.
well, she's
I'm
not
choosing not to blame myself for this.
You know, she's not entirely wrong. It is not you, then
Your face
Husky.
is entirely wrong. Avian, tell the people who you are in case anybody new showed up, which is unlikely but still entirely possible.
Hi, I'm Ty, aka Even Young Patient, and I'm just here for the fun.
So we see.
Fun.
I play Rebecca on Rebecca Miller in this game, and I also do a lot of magical girl stuff. Or at least I'm trying to do more magical girl stuff on social media. So yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to be playing Parker today.
Wing, our hostess.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, and I'll be playing Ashton Russo McGeever. Basically a gamer nerd.
Gave him all those nerds because nerds. Gave him all those names because they're fun to say.
Rebecca Miller is a baker and a student at a college.
Yeah, come to think of it, what's Parker?
Parker is a
Parker.
mystery wrapped in an enigma.
Parker is
Y-
Parker.
You know, that is very fitting, especially since last game, uh, if anybody was here for that one, he basically did an impression that somehow fooled the two, let's call them idiots.
It was so bad.
It was bad, but hey, I was backed into a corner. He had absolutely nothing to fall back on, and I was like, huh, what is literally the only thing that's coming to mind? And what do we have time to think of? Oh, wait, I didn't have time to run this by a focus group to see how they thought of it. And so I just had to run with it, okay?
Mhm.
That's the dangers of improv comedy.
Yeah, and kill if it is, it worked. I'm still
Mm.
baffled that that actually worked.
Anywho.
All right, now
Yeah.
then, it is time to start our stupid game with our stupid people to entertain you, lovely supporting individuals who are slightly less stupid than the rest of us.
We're
Now,
here to entertain your stupid faces.
Am I the only
Sure.
one who's polite
why
here?
didn't I come up with that?
I'm stealing all your material, Leaf.
Yeah, you material. Why you roll D12 psychic damage for that later? All right. It is time to set the stage. And once more, we are going to be starting off at Rebecca Miller's Bakery.
Yes.
It is a day or so after the events of our last adventure, which involved violence. Lots and
Yes.
lots of violence.
Yeah.
It's one of the games that I run, so it's gonna be a lot of people getting their faces punched in.
Mhm.
Today, however, something a little bit different is on the horizon.
Oh.
Seems like a perfectly ordinary day at the bakery. But that only lasted about 15 minutes before Parker came rushing in with Ashton in tow.
Uh, you guys
Barges
never.
past the little tinkling dingling of the bakery door. You know, push the door, it goes ting ling ling ling.
Yes.
My narration is impeccable. Anyway, he barges in there, mostly ignoring the delectable scent of pastries and confections all around him, and just shouts, Rebecca! Rebecca! He slaps both hands on his table.
What
Rebecca,
did you
we
do
have to
this
go to the
time?
place. Get over the tracks. You gotta go to the place to meet her so that we can learn to be awesome.
You do realize I have work, right?
I tried telling him that.
Work?
I actually have a job.
Darn, employment sucks.
I happen to actually like this place very much. Very much.
So Parker starts looking around, saying, how can I? And then he spots the fire alarm.
Parker,
Don't you?
no.
I wasn't gonna do it. Just he looks back at it.
I am grabbing him by the shoulder. Don't even think about it. You want us to get banned from here?
It wouldn't be the first time. But okay. Just I've really gotta let you know about this really important text message we got. He takes out his phone and he shows you something from a friend that they made in the last episode.
Butterfly lady. Not the one.
Yes, the contact says Hanako, and the message says, Meet me. Let me know when you're available. Gather your two friends and meet me at this address as soon as you can. But
Well then,
give me half an hour's head start. Head notice. Not head start. This is not a race. Why do you think it's a race? Y'all are weirder.
Ay.
flip.
A, a half hour head ahead of time notice. And you see his responses are in all caps, and there's like five in a row, and they're all different flavors of really, really loud affirmatives.
I'm giving him a deadpanned look. Really?
I'm sure you didn't.
You couldn't have talked to us first before pulling this?
You're more intelligent than I am.
What's there to talk about? She knows how our powers work.
Yes, but she
Yeah,
also said at our earliest, basically when we're free the earliest, not right
Look,
now.
I didn't give her a time. I just said yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. Among other things. None of which is a time. But guys, we've got to do this.
I
This
mean,
is
yeah, that's a given, but you didn't have to go jumping right at it.
um yes, because there's no not doing this. Like you said, this is a given. We have to do this and we have to do it ASAP. So, when do you get off your shift?
In 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. 2 hours head start. 2 hours. Why do I still think this is a race? 2 hours ahead of time notice. Okay. All right. So, I'm here. I'm going to pick up another Danish. Where's those Danishes? He goes back and starts looking for Danishes.
I make them a batch. I make a whole dozen for us to share.
Not a bad idea.
He comes back up, takes out a wad of cash and slaps it on the table. Take my dadgum money, give me a Danish.
Mm-hmm. I give you one, and I also make the dozen for us to share later.
Danish, nom. Nom, nom, nom. He pauses and thinks, I didn't have to pay for this, did I?
You probably. I mean, I probably could have put this on my employee discount, but
That's appreciated, but let's not abuse that.
yeah.
Punker.
Munch. I wasn't gonna do it. He looks back at the fire alarm. No,
Again,
not gonna do it.
don't think about it.
Nope, not thinking. Not at all. Munch, 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 munch.
Mm-hmm.
Burger and cheese Dan.
All
Yeah, that actually
right.
sounds amazing.
2 hours later. Oh, hang on. I've got to do it right. 2 hours later. Okay. Way to steal
Oh,
my
that was good.
thunder.
I didn't steal it. I shared it. You're the one
Oh,
who's
that was
stealing.
This is
good.
what I have to deal with, folks. This is how I play my games.
Hi, I'm his girlfriend.
Hi. You're a delight in my life, and I'm so happy to share it with you from across an internet at a distance. Anyway, 2 hours later, he guides you to an address, and this address is what looks like a large abandoned train track, which is represented by what is obviously a subway map, but I didn't have anything that was closer to what I was looking for. Leave me alone.
That's fair.
There are ways to build your own map, but that's kind of buggy. And that's much as it's buggy, that it's time consuming.
Your face is time consuming. Anyway,
Okay.
we have Hanako over here waiting for us on a bench. And the three of us have all arrived. And if I did everything right, y'all should be able to control your dadgum still thingies right now.
Yes.
Yep. Why are you on the
Yeah,
tracks?
having fun over there?
Rebecca, why are you on the tracks?
Because
Oy.
And so, Hanako, is pleased to see the three of our characters, and she welcomes us. Now then, I suppose the first thing you need to know is exactly what your powers are.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
Ooh, story time.
So why am I not able to turn around? Where's the thingy?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
All right. So we're all gathered around. Hanako's like, well, this is nice. I wish my students paid as much attention as you all are right now. So,
I also brought pastries.
ooh, that's very nice of you.
I offer one for one.
And she takes a pastry, takes a small bite. This is good. I'm gonna save the rest of this for later.
Alright.
But yes. Now, because we have a lot of things that we need to do today, I'm going to summarize. You all have become what is clinically called shifters. Blink, blink.
Sure.
We're
Well, at least it's an accurate description.
like shapeshifters, like we turn into stuff. Yeah, that's a pretty
Is
good
that
name.
right?
Yeah. Wait. Is this a thing?
You're not the
Hanako
only one.
Hanako nods. Yes, this is a well-documented phenomenon that is known by many people at this point.
Hmm,
Wait a
interesting.
second. Wait a second. Is this some kind of like government secret that they don't want the public to know about? Hanako shrugs, nods a little bit, and says, "Sort of."
So it's at least a branch of the government. They're just not revealing it to all.
Well,
It's
that much I don't know. But honestly, you will be surprised how many different people know about this. In fact, it's probably going to become common knowledge in a couple of weeks.
That, I'm afraid, wouldn't surprise me.
Uh,
And I turned to Parker. Right, Parker?
I didn't. I. He's right, though. With all that's been going on, we won't be able to keep a lid on this forever. I say we as if I had any power to keep a lid on it regardless. But no, I too have been seen in my alternate forms. This is where your training comes in. You are shifters now, and so you are going to be targeted from multiple angles. There are going to be people who will distrust you. There are going to be people who see you as rivals. And there are going to be people who want to either destroy or control you. And you will need to learn how to use your powers and defend yourselves.
I shiver at that thought.
So basically, Final
And
Fantasy VII with a mix of Karate Kid. Got it.
she gives Ashton a look. That's oddly apt, yes.
I shrug. You see this a lot in video games and animes. And other kids show.
Hmm,
Not that
you
surprising.
do. That's when Parker narrows his eyes. Wait, you you don't look like I mean, you look like a bookworm, but you don't look like a pop culture nerd, Miss Hanako lady. She smiles and leans in a little bit. Oh, don't underestimate me.
I didn't do it. I'm not sure if you heard that, but I accidentally dropped something.
Yeah, we heard.
This moment ruined by Rebecca Miller's player.
Ay.
Anywho, go on.
And yeah, Parker blinks a couple times, leans back, and thinks, I think I'm gonna like this. This is fun so far.
It's not supposed to be fun.
And Hanako nods at Rebecca's comments, saying,
Ow.
"This is not going to be fun. This is going to be painful."
No
She
surprise.
stands up and she pulls out a small shopping bag.
Hmm?
And then another one. And another one. You three are very likely suffering from a depletion of electrolytes right now as we speak.
Oh,
Uh,
how does that add up?
your powers as shifters, like all of these strange events, rely on the presence of electricity. For some, for some of these events that go on, these surges that you have observed, they require electricity in large amounts, usually supplied by buildings and power generators and the like. Your shifter powers require the presence of electricity within your bodies. Electrolytes help regulate the movement of electricity and other processes. And whenever you transform, you consume electrolytes in your body.
See,
She
Huh.
takes out the content of one of the shopping bags,
is it Gatorade?
and it's a small bottle of gummy supplements.
Ooh,
Huh.
salud.
Thank you.
I'll need all three of you to take two of these right now.
All right,
Okay?
Okay.
So, Parker takes two and passes the cup. Um,
I take two.
these are pretty good.
I take two as well. Not
And
bad.
after that, she takes out another thing, a small bunch of ripe bananas. I'll need you
Ah,
all to eat one of these right now.
no
Uh,
problem.
okay. Eat a banana. I like bananas.
That's
Yo,
good.
banana. Um.
Bananas do go well with strawberries.
Mm. And
Yes.
after that, we are going to warm up your bodies with a small exercise.
Define small.
You
Okay, now
three
work.
are going to run across these tracks 10 times.
Ooh,
Uh, these tracks? That's right.
the ones I was just dancing around on.
10 times. Mm-hmm. That means hopping down and climbing back up these little ledge things 10 times. That's right.
Hmm.
Is that a problem? Parker looks at Ashton.
Shrugs. Kind of makes sense when you think about it. We're basically also training our bodies to react in case we get attacked.
Yeah.
That is exactly correct.
Yep.
Now, begin.
Yep.
Everybody, roll body.
All right.
Everybody's body modifier is 4.
Mm-hmm.
2d6 plus 4.
Plus. And to copy it so this way I don't keep typing that over and over. And 4.
Wow.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, this is just too fitting.
Yeah, I bet you're gonna enjoy this.
I'm enjoying it. All right.
Yeah, what are the odds that the moment I jump down I end up tripping?
All right. So, on your first lap, the moment you step down, you end up tripping.
Head over my big mouth.
And so the rest of us, and by rest of us, I mean the two Parker and Rebecca manage to complete this without falling over and tripping. And yeah, Parker is like, whew, I did it. Ha. I am the physically fit one of our friend group.
I look at Parker, and I look back at Ashton,
Yeah,
and I give Ashton another pastry.
yeah, I'm gonna play with this part. Basically, my face is still on the ground, and you hear Ashton muffling, "Good for you." Hey, you might as well add a little comedy to this.
So
Yes.
Hanako hops down and with surprising ease grabs you by the shoulder and heaves you back up to your feet,
Whoa!
gives you a couple of pats on the back, and gestures in front of you.
Right. Thanks.
Keep going.
Yep, gonna keep going. And do I roll again or just do the action?
Just do the action, but while you're working on that, Hanako is going to bring her attention to the two who have already completed it. All right. Now, it's time for me to see exactly where you are. Okay, so what do you want us to do? First, I want this young man to try and take me down.
Oh boy.
Take you down? Like, knock you on the floor? Mm-hmm.
He
Like,
would try. He's more
um,
experienced than us.
this floor is pretty solid. I mean, I don't want to. She shrugs. Do what you must. Okay. So,
She's saying don't hold back. She can handle it.
yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. So he hunkers down and he lunges for her to try to trip her and knock her to the ground, only to suddenly freeze up. All the breath leaves his body. He staggers back and falls over.
Believe it now.
What happened?
Saw that coming.
Screw you. Oh.
Love you too, Parker.
All right. And now it's your turn, Miss Rebecca.
All right, I'm gonna come at her. Should I roll?
Go ahead.
Wow. Oh my god. That's too
Near
good.
perfect. Congratulations. You get tripped and land on the bench, mostly
What?
harmlessly.
Oh my, there we go.
Why did she not get the gut punch?
You got cocky.
Deep breaths, Mr. Parker. Deep breaths. Ashton, are you quite done?
I would assume by now I'm done.
All right. Now it's your turn. And since you probably only just got finished, you're going to be rolling with a minor obstacle, which is 1 dice worth of disadvantage, or 1d6 of disadvantage.
So just roll 1d6?
No. You roll 3d6 and take
Ah,
The lower
and
two.
yeah.
and 4. You know, I'm not even going to argue with this one at this point. What the heck?
Oh, if only you weren't rolling with disadvantage on one of them.
No,
but it's
I
still
get
not
it, but
that bad.
still, what the hey?
That's still
Ah,
12. That's still
poor-
12.
yeah, you did so well. You Landed in an abandoned garbage can.
Boom!
Don't worry, it's mostly empty.
You know, I even saw this coming. And my feet are probably
Eh.
sticking out of the can.
I help Ashton out as I can. And I also help Parker up afterwards.
The lady sighs. Oh, we have a long road ahead of us. Parker's like, screw you, lady. She's like, what was that? I mean, we're gonna make this.
So, Parker, what was that about having fun?
Your face is having fun. And
I smirk at that.
Hanako shakes her head. Is like, that doesn't even make any sense. Does he say that often?
Unfortunately.
Oh dear. This is gonna be a longer session than I thought it was. And Parker's like, whose side are you freaking on?
Side that's gonna help us out and actually become stronger and be able to handle this.
Plus, even if on the off chance this would be fun, you really think it's going to be that easy to get stronger?
Now, Parker. Yes, ma'am. You actually appeared to be using some actual fighting techniques, except you left your torso completely open when you were doing so. Was there a particular reason for that? Um, well, did it have anything to do with the fact that you were not taking me seriously as an opponent? No! 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 Yes.
Yes.
Yes. A little bit. Yes. I didn't want to. She pats him on the shoulder a couple of times. Oh, in a world of shifters, you can underestimate no one. Because even the smallest opponent can give you the most trouble. Anyone who's watched even 30 minutes of anime knows this. Yeah,
Drink your milk,
no.
Alric.
I am keeping my mouth shut because even I don't need to say anything to that. 'Cause seriously, it's not even just anime, it's even in games.
Now then, it's time for all of you to transform. Eh?
Right.
Like right now? Mm-hmm. Transform.
I pull out my compact and I select someone.
Okay. Let's see.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the cat.
All right. So
You know what?
you
Maybe
pull
I'll
out
go
the
with
cat,
bias.
and so in a couple of flashes of light, the both of your bodies digitize and reform. The first into a cat, and the other one into a cat.
You know, look at this thing. I
We
really
live
should
for
one of
each
these
other.
days. Yeah, still, one of these days, I probably should actually finish that little emote thing of Matthias, so this way you can actually use that one instead of this.
Yeah. I can only imagine us like exchanging looks right now. We're just like,
Well,
And
this is awkward.
right now, Hanako just balls up her hands a little bit under her chin. Is like, "Oh, you're so cute, both of you."
I just lick my paw.
If there was a way to see through the fur, I am probably blushing by now.
Yeah, I lick my paw and then wipe my ear.
Okay, well,
And I begin purring very loudly.
I'm going to pull out um Miss Hanako. Yes, Parker. What is it? So why exactly? When exactly do these guys wake up? Because I've kind of seemed to have used up a lot of them. Let me see. Ah, yes,
My,
that's
my
actually
eyes
part.
narrow at him.
That's actually part of the reason that I had you take those supplements and eat that banana just now. See, your forms do consume electrolytes. However, consuming electrolytes and letting them digest in your bodies helps these sleeping forms, as they're called, recover more quickly. Oh, well, that's useful information. Indeed. Now, who do you have left? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is a good one. And his body digitizes in a flash of light and becomes a ginger ninja.
Ginger Ninja! Oh, whoa.
Ginger ninja.
That is actually a person on YouTube. Ginger
Of course.
Ninja OWO. She's awesome. She does like animation and all that kind of stuff. She's very,
Hashtag not affiliated.
but I know someone who is, but we're not gonna talk about her.
Shut up.
Never.
Anyway, she looks up and down this new form. Interesting. Here I consider. I always took you for the more, bruiser type. And, yeah, in this new form, Parker speaks a little bit differently. Yes, well, Heishiro is, playing against my type a little bit. He's more of a thinker, an intellectual. Mechanically speaking, he's more of the team's spellcaster than anything. Oh, I see. You have a form that plays against your type, and that makes you reliable in situations that normally you would be weak in. This is already a step in a very good direction.
I wanted to put the cat on the other cat's head. It didn't work.
So that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
That's not how these models work.
Sometimes you can actually kind of layer it so that way it does look like you're sitting on top of somebody's head. I've done it before. Mostly on accident.
Oops.
This is going to be a long session. Anyway. Now then, we're going to see exactly what these forms of yours are capable of.
Mm.
So, I assume you all have names. Everyone who is capable of it,
Capable of speech.
please introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Matthias Overland, and I was created from the Sly Cooper genre.
Sly Cooper. I don't see that one get used very often.
Yeah,
And
it's one of
you?
those weird gems that don't get too much attention anymore.
Indeed. I'm Heishiro Yuremaru. I was created from the Naruto franchise, and I specialize in genjutsu. That's illusion spells, I guess.
Really? Oh, phone call. I will be right back. Sorry.
Phone call!
Yeah, sorry. Be right back.
ERB.
And everybody else, while the phone call is happening, do the phone call dance. Go! Everybody do that phone call. Phone call dance. 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 The phone call dance.
I love how I like actually dance and all that too, even though I know that this isn't going to be seen.
Yeah, that's all I got, everybody. It's I don't actually know what I'm doing. I just phone call
Nobody does.
dance from time to time.
We love you.
I love me too.
Now I'm the only one here who can tell me if it's true that you love me. And I love me. I built a little empire out of some crazy garbage called the blood of the exploited working class.
Having fun over there, getting us copyright strikes on us. Is
Anyway,
that a good use of your time?
I'm just, you know me.
Yeah,
You know how
I
I be.
I know. For
I
better or
love doing
worse,
my
I
pizza.
do know.
And he's gonna regret it.
Oh, gee, you're so clever.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
Who are you?
Hi.
What do you
Welcome
think?
back. You missed some crazy ass stuff.
Of course I did.
Shenanigans.
Anyway, back to this.
Yeah.
If it shows up.
Back
Oh, there we go.
to this.
Back to
To
reality.
reality.
Yes! Ah,
This is what happens when I have any remote amount of fun in these games. I just set them off. And, like I don't have players. I have little landmines that just go off and explode in giggles.
Yeah, here I thought that you've been the only boy in this group so far has been the real kicker.
Any hoozle, back to the game.
Of course.
All right, and she approaches the cat. Um, don't suppose you have any capacity for English language?
I shake my head.
Well, at least you understand things.
I
So what
nod.
All
name
right.
do you go by?
Hmm?
I give her a look. I give her a look, or I give him a look indicating that I'm gonna tell you guys later.
Well, actually, because if you guys remember in the, let's say, the trial game, we decided to let Matthias be able to understand other cats.
Oh right,
Oh.
that be still a thing?
Yes, I'm allowing it.
All right, roll call
Cat.
for the win. So yeah,
So,
I let Matthias know I am Cinnamon Heart. I am a medicine cat from Warriors.
Huh.
Mhm.
Well, that's interesting. What made you decide on a healer?
a
It's just
healer
kind of
as a
yeah.
cat?
Uh,
I nod.
Is she a magic cat?
no, wait.
I move
She,
my palm just like
he's looking back and forth. Wait, you, she just said that she based her cat form from the Warrior series.
So, she said that somehow, says Parker Heishiro.
Yeah, didn't you guys hear her?
Why, no. No, we did not. Cat? I see. So, your, feline nature allows you to understand cats then. See, this is why we train here to learn the properties of your various forms. This is actually very useful information. Oh, sure, yeah, because we're gonna talk to a lot of strays on our missions, I'll bet. And she
I'm gonna
tugged
swat
on
him.
Heishiro's ear. Ah, good. No, this means that you have someone who can talk to one of your difficult forms. Ow, okay, I get it. Ah, dear, jump over here.
Oh, what's wrong? Can't take a little scolding?
Yeah. Hmm. He turns around.
I flick
He's
my tail in amusement.
Now, if you'll notice, is it Mr. Parker's usual habit to just explode in a defensive rant?
Yes.
You know I can hear you, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I nod. Like,
Well,
Right
you gotta
now,
keep in
though,
mind, Matthias is 17 and he's a bit kiddish, so of course he's gonna act childish.
right now, he's taking all of this in more or less quiet and dignified stride. This is one of the examples of your alternate forms adjusting your personalities.
I'm honestly
Now,
surprised he even came up with a character that'd be the complete opposite of him.
I'll have you know that I actually am capable of good judgment from time to time. Thank you very much.
Oh, really? I jump a little closer to him. Like how you basically all but tore my arm off when you were rushing to the bakery.
That was because this was important.
I get that it was important, but that doesn't mean you had to rip off my arm. You could have just called.
All right, that's enough, you two.
Uh, Sorry, ma'am.
That's all right. Now, we have these forms. Now let's see what they can do. I want a demonstration of what the forms are capable of and what you see as their primary function. All right, Mr. Ashton, why don't you go first?
Sure. I guess. I also turn to Parker. By the way, do you want this back?
Keishiro.
I show him the kunai.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Keishiro Ashton's new form pats down his. How did you get that? He snatches it back from you.
Beep. Duh. Then I do
And
some acrobats away from him.
I'll show you acrobatics. And right now, Hanako is just laughing hysterically. Unfortunately, cats can't laugh, so she's not.
I just jumped down next to Hanukkah. Or, yeah,
Don't you
Hanukkah.
think there's anywhere on this platform that you can escape from me?
We'll see.
I'm just gonna patiently wait my turn.
Jumping
Behave
around.
yourself.
I am going to. Oh, you think you can get away from me that easily? I can
I
keep
like-
this up all day long. You filthy little mangy cat.
I bristle
yeah,
at that,
no.
but like before that, I was like, just like preening myself and whatnot. Just like paying no mind.
You're And while this continues and continues, and the two of them just chase each other like a couple of children, Hanako takes her attention and directs it to the little kitty. Well, is there anything you can demonstrate?
I'm going to jump up to here.
All right. A
Mhm.
very typical feline thing to do, but all the same, useful in the right circumstances. It's not often that people will suspect a stray cat of being a spy, so this would be great for stealth tactics, slipping away from dangerous situations and whatnot.
I
And
slow blink at her,
aw,
like in agreement.
and you said you also had healing abilities. Is there any way you can explain how that works?
uh, that's a fair question. I don't know how I'd explain that in this form. I'm just gonna shake my head, like
I
it's not magic. It's mostly through like understanding herbs and whatnot.
I suppose that's to be expected. I'll come back to you, boys. Yes,
Coming.
Miss Hanako. If you're done hopping around like a couple of idiots, it's time to go on with our demonstrations.
Okie dokie.
Mr. Parker? Yeah, I'm doing it. So I hop on to this high ledge here. I weave together a few different hand signs. Ninja
I
art.
am tempting. I am resisting the temptation to like slide him in the ankle, right in
Fire
the
style.
Achilles. Tendon.
Foxfire Jutsu. And with that, he forms a single fireball in front of him, just kind of hovering in midair. Oh, what's this? You'll see in a moment.
Cinnamon's just like staring at the fire.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Everybody, roll mind.
Let's see.
Mine
Mine
is
four.
below average as the cat,
Oh,
so it'll be
Yes, you'd be
4.
rolling with your new form's stats.
Yeah,
Your
so
current
that should be 4, right? I think that's below average. 4 is below average.
four is average for an adult human, but for a cat it would probably be
So,
3.
alright, so 3.
at least you did slightly better than me.
Okay, so with that, our
Yeah,
okay. So Matthias,
Yep.
um, yeah, Rebecca's on fire in your eyes.
Oh jeez. I used the uh string sides of the staff and yank her over to me.
Yeah, yeah, and the fire that was on her is still hovering exactly where it was. Only there's no cat there now.
The heck?
Mm-hmm. Looks like you fell for it. Okay.
This is
And
for
right
stealing your
now,
kunai, isn't it?
Hanako hops back a little bit. Please tell me you can extinguish this. Oh, I can do better than extinguish it. He douses the flame in front of him, and every other flame vanishes. And there's not even smoke or anything hot anywhere. You see, the trick is, there was only one flame that whole time. The rest of it was all an illusion.
So basically like one of those shadow attacks in Pokemon.
Exactly. So, the way it works is that anybody who looks at any of these special fox flames will start to see fire all around them. And Hanako's eyes open wide. Oh, that's fascinating. Now, that is a very out of the box type of technique. I'm very impressed with you, Parker. uh, thanks. I just thought it would be, more than just knuckle stuff. I mean, I like knuckle stuff, but this also is a completely worthwhile endeavor. Yeah,
Oh, Matthias is having quite the cattish smile now. Oh, we seem to have found a weakness with this character.
and just what the heck does that mean?
You get
And
you get embarrassed when you get compliments from a pretty girl.
flattered as I am, this is actually a good segue into the next important point. All of you have slightly altered personalities now, and we need to learn what those weaknesses are in your characters.
Hmm.
Found one in Ginger Ninja Boy.
Parker, so far, your characters have had very obvious weaknesses. I. Uh, and it's not necessarily the fault of the character. It may be that you, as a person are too ready to show off what those weaknesses are by accident.
Yep.
Too ready to show them off.
Yep.
Yes,
Sounds like Parker.
you need to exercise a little bit more self-control in your base form so that you can better hide your weaknesses in your altered state. All right. Now, your weakness so far is unfortunately a lack of maturity.
Well, okay, yeah. Technically, when I made this guy, I made him in the age of 17, so gotta control that one.
And yet, you went into this knowing full well what your weakness was and the implications of it. This is very important.
I look over at Matthias and I'm just like, I can't talk to people, and I'm tiny, and I get easily distracted by pretty lights.
Yeah, but you're also a cat, which means that you can actually hide easier than
Please
the rest of us.
share. The rest of us can't understand her.
She's saying that she can't communicate with everybody else and that she's small. And another
Yeah.
thing, you said you made this character a healer, right? So that means you have more knowledge in herbs and medicine.
I nod.
Hmm. Very useful. However, this does limit its application. However, this is where a good support system is indispensable. You need to communicate with each other what forms you're going to be using and learn which forms pair up with which other forms.
Right.
For example, you two have good synergy with each other because you, the Ashton, this cat person of yours, makes up
Matthias.
for Matthias, makes up for um something hard, uh,
Hmm?
Cinnamon.
cinnamon,
Yeah, her name is
cinnamon,
Cinnamon Heart.
cinnamon heart's weakness of being unable to communicate. Now, all you need to do is learn each other's alternate forms and then figure out how to combine them with each other. If you
Hmm.
can do that, you'll be a step ahead of the average shifter. Shifters tend to work independently, which is a little bit strange because the first pair we met were obviously a team of some sort. If they're getting organized, we are going to need to organize as well.
I slow blink again. Kind of also flicking my tail a little bit because I'm that whole thing makes me antsy.
Yeah, Matthias is while holding his staff, he's also clutching at his head in nervousness. And you probably see the ears folding back.
Heishiro, on the other hand, simply folds his arms and nods. That makes sense to me.
Of course, it makes sense to you. You're a ninja, dude. And I did
Yeah,
it again, didn't I? Shoot.
a ninja who keeps his cool under pressure. This is a very good character creation for you. Much better than that ape of yours. Hey, I didn't know about this situation. He was just a cool character that happened to land in the ring. I don't even know how he got there.
You created him? Shouldn't you know?
I created him a long time ago, okay?
Well, how do you think I feel about Matthias? I mean, it's cool and all, but I kind of freaked out the first time I turned into him.
All right, enough bickering, enough bickering.
Bicker,
Sorry,
bicker, bicker.
ma'am. Ears folded back again.
Now, what's important to know is that the characters you have were not necessarily created for the mission that you're on, which is protecting yourselves when life throws you these strange events, whether they be surges or other shifters. Now, these surges occur whenever a large amount of electricity is applied to an area deeply connected to the web of ideas. The web of what now?
Huh?
The web of ideas is essentially the total collection of all human stories ever told.
Oh, kind of like that tree in the Norse mythology.
Exactly.
The
Yggdrasil.
world tree.
What? There are some
Uh,
games that involves that legend.
Gesundheit, I guess.
I,
She,
I jump over the Heshiro and swat him in the back of the ankle.
ow! Hey! Freaking cat. I'm lucky I like cats, or else I'd have punted you into the garbage can.
Does that mean you like me too?
Not at all. I've watched a little bit of Naruto, so I'm not sure if this is Parker's personality bleeding through or an actual appropriate response for the character he is now. Well, I guess we'll just never know, will we? Precisely. Your true personalities are always going to come out one way or another, but how they express themselves will be deeply influenced by the characters you choose. Now then,
Hmm.
I want everyone to power down back to their previous states.
Yep. I
All
take
right.
my paw and I place it on my head.
All right.
Oh,
Everyone does
before
the
that,
same?
I go to Parker. I think you're gonna want these back. I give him the shuriken and good night.
You no good mangy. He goes over there and tries to pound you on the head with a fist. And then she turns around. I said power down. I, yes, yes, ma'am. And powering down happens.
Yep, powering down.
And lump. This is gonna be a little bit annoying in this game, giving everybody control over their avatars whenever they switch. But you know what? I'm just gonna have to live with it because this is a cool setting. Everybody have control?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Now, you're going to want to take one more of these supplements. She offers more gummies.
I take one.
Wait, did you mean we already consumed enough to. Yes, indeed you have. It doesn't take very much. So she's giving gummies to everybody.
Better invest in some Gatorade. Not sponsored! Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Not sponsored, everybody. In case you missed it the first 8 times. So, we've all learned. Now, check your devices for the characters that you were just a moment ago. You'll see that they're all in a resting state. Checking the
I open up
ring.
my compact.
Checking the
Heishiro
compass symbol.
looks like he's on his side. Like looks like he's either sleeping or dead. Is that normal? Mm-hmm. That's completely normal.
Ryan's just
Normally,
like curled up in a ball purring.
Yeah, Matthias is looking like he's leaning against the wall with the cane of uh kind of on his shoulder, like a sleeping warrior. Yeah, that looks about right.
so what does this mean? It means you won't be able to transform into that character again until it recovers.
How
Now,
long does that take?
it varies from person to person depending on a number of different factors, including metabolism, physical health, and mental state. Which is why you all need to train your bodies to be in peak physical condition so that you can call upon these characters whenever you need them. Okay, so we're going to be working out our base forms. so that we can use our more awesome transformed states.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes, it's a completely accurate way of putting it.
Hmm.
Now, check on your other alt modes. Certain ones should be awake that were asleep previously.
I start scrolling through. I check Bristol first.
And Bristol's back up.
I check Keo and then Ivory Tome.
And those are both back up. All right, Angler's back. Hey, Shaggy's back too.
I check Lila
Yeah.
now.
Hmm.
All right. Now then, I suppose the next big thing for you to know is that there are more than shifters out and about.
More than shifters.
Correct. There is one more class of, well, surge being that you should know about.
Okay.
Ma'am?
What is it?
Well, they're called amalgams.
Okay.
What?
Amalgams?
I don't like that already.
An amalgam is somewhat like a shifter, except rather than having multiple different forms, they have multiple different abilities that they can call upon at any time. They don't need to rest or recharge them. Wait,
Oh.
an amalgam, so you mean like. I do know that word. You mean like an amalgamation of a whole bunch of different characters into one? That is correct, except they will look just like any ordinary person, but they will have abilities well beyond those of normal people.
That's not worth my
Oh
salt.
boy.
So, we're not gonna know them by sight. That's
How do we
correct.
deal with them?
Well, first things first, be very careful who you provoke. The fewer fights you can get into, the better.
Got it.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
I look over at Parker.
I look over
Right?
at Parker too.
What? I didn't do anything!
You're always
Yeah.
doing something. You're the one. You're the weakest link. So
It's a
that.
good thing he hasn't done anything yet, and make sure he keeps it that way. They don't need a transformation sequence in order to become powerful and deadly. It's how they are in their resting state. Oh boy. They do have a weakness, though.
Hmm?
The more of these powers that they use, the more of their electrolytes they consume, just like your transformation states.
Hmm.
It's simply a matter of tiring them out. Okay, yeah, I get that.
Where do these amalgams come from?
They come from the same place shifters come from. Whenever surges occur, one of two things happen. Well, one of three. The
Three.
first is those who are afflicted by ghosts or surge energy can take on the role of shifters. These are usually people holding some sort of conducting object, usually a piece of either glass or metal.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, we got those.
Right.
The other possibility is that they become these amalgams. If they're hit with multiple different ghosts at once, they will start taking on properties of those ghosts. Uh, what exactly is a ghost in this case? Hmm. Yes, a ghost in this case is a an embodiment of a certain character from a well-known story. So you may find during a surge event the ghost of, say, Naruto or Goku or something from Or like Harry Potter, they may appear to you in physical form and start using their abilities at random.
Wait,
Uh, at
let me.
random?
Wait a minute. What happens when they're not absorbed? Because when we saw one, it just disappeared.
When they're not absorbed, they will simply act out, probably causing massive destruction around them, until they use up whatever energy they have and fade away.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. Because,
You said there
again,
was one more thing that could happen.
The last possible thing that can happen is. You know that thing that happens to frogs when you put them in the microwave?
What?
what?
Oh boy.
That can happen. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So basically, the three of us just got super lucky that we weren't microwaved
Right.
by this stuff?
That sounds about right.
Exactly. There was a 1 in 3 chance that the three of you would have all died horribly.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm gonna grab another pastry.
I'm right there with you.
Same.
I'm just like stress eating.
But the fact that the three of you survived the way you did gives you an advantage. So long as you take on one of your alternate forms, you can endure the presence of ghosts. But just know that if you expose yourself too long to ghosts without transforming, you'll simply, at this point, get microwaved instead. So always transform when ghosts are nearby. Got it.
Wait, we were transforming right now, but there aren't any ghosts around. Shouldn't we be exploding too?
Um, no, because there are no ghosts here. Ghosts are the things that make you explode. Nothing else.
Oh, right. Sorry. Ugh, too much processing. Ugh,
It
I
is a
need a
lot to
sketch.
process.
Ghosts
Let me take a
appear,
pause.
however, in a very overt and obvious process known as a surge. It's a lot of electricity, it's a lot of noise, it's a lot of warning.
So if we hear it, either transform or GTFO. Got it.
Exactly. And if people like that keep on trying to artificially induce them, it should give you even more warning. In fact, you should do anything in your power to prevent it from happening. We don't want power like yours falling into the wrong hands, and we don't want innocent victims exploding as a result.
Right.
Huh, nice use of language there. He takes another bite of his Danish. Hmm, I'm
I'm
glad to see
grabbing
that none
another
of you are overly squeamish. This is going to be very good for you.
I played horror games. Even for
I'm
FNAF.
just stress eating.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still a little freaked out at this, but guess we're just gonna have to cross that bridge when we get to it, so to speak.
Right.
Precisely. Now, speaking of crossing that bridge, it's time for a little bit more demonstration. This time, we're
Eh?
going to need you three to bring out your most competent fighters.
Okay.
So, Shaggy Kong for me,
I
I
guess
don't really
Kyo
have.
for me.
Ooh, I know. I do have one. That's right. Crash.
Wait, what?
Crash. My
Oh.
my tiger. The apoplexian from
Oh.
Ben 10.
good. After this, we are going to put the three of you to the ultimate test.
Oh boy.
And with that, break time!
Woohoo!
Great.
Take 10, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Getting kind of late.
And there's the intermission. And yep. And I forgot to switch the multi-fandom to something else.
Well,
In
still
fact,
technically accurate.
let me fix that while we're doing this.
Okay.
Blah, blah,
And
blah.
Avian, I do not have the Apoplexian Mini here. I do not have Crash.
Whoop.
Boy, was this a well-timed
There we
break.
go. Perfect. Now we got our title card for intermissions.
Title card, title card.
Yeah, also for those who are watching this, I apologize for the random goof up. Go figure, huh?
But yes, that's the real reason we take breaks, is so that we can scramble for last-minute corrections on stuff that we probably should have done weeks ago.
And eventually I am going to have to ask her about adding new characters, but I guess training comes first.
You gotta learn the basics before you get too advanced.
No, that's fair. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make myself some tea.
Hmm. I'd like to go make myself some beef, but I don't think the 10-minute intermission is quite enough time to do that.
Oh, whoops. I will make one. That's fine. I had it spoken for. Ooh.
And they're back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry I took so long.
All good.
And are we done with our intermission?
Not
Nope.
just yet. I just need one thing.
That's fair.
And once I get it, we'll be done. And all of the turnips will be ripe.
Say what?
That's how that works.
That's how turnips work.
I will send you directly. Yeah. Wow. Going from a little kitty to a giant tiger.
Meow versus meow.
Lady or the Tiger Boys, your choice. Okay, maybe not. Habanero jelly. Ooh, spicy. Yes, I have habanero jelly. Don't judge me.
Is the tiger?
I
Where's
sent it to you
tiger?
directly.
Huh?
It's in your. Oh wait,
No, it's
didn't
not.
actually. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. I didn't actually hit send.
That would have been useful, yes.
There we go. Tiger, where's the
Peru.
tiger?
Today. Day. 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 And day.
God.
Mm-hmm. No. There.
Yeah. Probably.
Where?
Hi, Hanako is on the tracks.
Oops.
Super. Wait a minute. No. Let's save it in the right place.
Oop.
Dear. 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 Gotta get through so many subfolders.
Whoop.
Whoopsie.
I could have sworn I had a token for her before.
Well, in your game, yeah, but not mine. Okay. Just gotta. This is any second now, folks. Just gotta get it
Any
in
second
here.
now. See? Red! No, wait, that's blood.
Ah,
I'm sorry, I had
Well,
to.
you never change.
I I wanted to make that reference myself, but didn't know quite how to go about it. But you know that was beautiful. Timing was just mwah, good good timing.
Thank you.
Where's the freaking upload button? Upload button. There. I uploaded a button. Because that's how that works.
You know, it's funny that we both ended up thinking of the same reference because I've actually been considering making a character based on that series too.
I already have. I just haven't used it.
Really? What class?
Well, this is sort of a sort of an original subclass of the spy.
Ah, Team
Hmm?
But we'll get to that another time. For now, I just gotta swap out some sprites,
I just gotta
some
switch screens, and there we go.
icons.
But yes, I
You're
know
going to
exactly what you're
be
talking about.
oh, come on. Come on. Come on.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, Mr. McGee.
Let me tell you something, Roll 20.
Okay, and now I am Gorilla.
Yeah.
Ugh. I need to adjust the size of this sprite thing because it does not look right.
No,
Oh
no,
dear.
it's fine.
Let's see. Get a little bigger.
There we go.
Um, that might be a little bit too big, so just gonna
Yeah.
go down to something more functional. He was that big in a previous game, but that was dumb. So we're undoing the dumb. Back to the game. We've all taken on our most fighty, powerful forms, and
Mhm.
now we are about to demonstrate exactly what we're all good at.
Mhm.
All right. So this one I am less familiar with.
Well, let me tell you something. My name is Crash. I'm from the Ben 10 series. I'm an apoplexian.
Oh,
Whatever that.
I see. So, I am going to do the smart thing and give you all plenty of space. Now, there are two things that you need to accomplish right now. Number one, you need to overcome your opponents by pinning them to the ground. If
Oh
you are
boy.
pinned for even 1 moment, you lose, and the round is over. However, please keep property damage to a minimum. She gives Ashton's form a look.
Just can't escape, can you?
Now then, begin. And with that, everybody roll some initiative. We're doing some PvP.
Goody.
I don't
Let's
have the stats on this
see.
girl yet.
It's our attack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Attack.
What would my attack be?
2d6.
What would
Ooh,
Crash's
not
attack
bad.
be? I don't think I ever filled that one out.
You never filled it out. Gosh diggity darn it. All
Oh,
right.
good grief.
Make some stuff up. We're gonna call it 6.
All right.
Sure.
6 makes sense. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So yeah. Next time we're going to
Wow. Oh, good grief.
Okay.
Double Team
Grandma.
Parker! Double Team Parker!
I can work with that.
Okay, so we have a simultaneous turn going on. So both of you, talk over each other and make sure I can't understand a word you're saying. Go!
We're double teaming Parker.
I can work with that.
How about you name some actions instead of naming a goal?
I am going to rush at him with my fists, which actually have like little claws at the ends of them. Like, because yeah, if you're looking at the they actually have like hooks at the ends of the wrists, basically.
Not that I ever see them actually do anything.
And
All right.
Kyo should probably like restrain him.
Actually, I was
Okay.
considering that anyway. Like, basically, open a hole underneath him for him to suddenly get stuck.
Well, roll some attack then.
Mm-hmm.
You have the ranged attack, so you have priority. Kyo.
All right. Ooh, not bad.
Okay. And my defense score against that would be. Do I have any special things? Special. Nothing. Okay. Blammo. Uh-oh.
Oh, guess it worked.
All right. So, the ground gives under our dear sweet ape, and he starts to struggle a little bit,
Yeah,
giving
sweet.
Crash an opportunity to rush in and do some damage. Go for it.
Oh my god!
Move towards your opponents first.
Yes.
I will accept that roll.
Just, oh my god! What the hey?
Let's just say I'm not worried yet.
Are you worried now?
Don't worry. There is still a little matter of a reaction ability that my Shaggy Kong has. So it's not enough to just outright avoid it. However, I am activating Shaggy Kong's special ability, Curl Up. which gives him temporary armor.
How is he supposed to curl up? He's trapped in rocks.
Yeah.
It's called bending his head forward and letting his mane cover up his weak spots, because that hair is thick enough to absorb the most surprising types of attacks.
So he's basically doing a forced face plant in order to cover himself.
Basically, yeah.
Hmm. Let me tell you
All
something,
right.
Shaggy Kong. You're not gonna get past me.
So it allows me to roll one more time and a blamp.
Oh, I can already see where this is going.
Roll for damage.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Damage was what again?
Damage is your abilities. You take your abilities level, the
Mhm.
attack that you're using,
Yep.
which for a basic attack would be just, level 1,
Yep.
and roll your die. Roll the die that is double, like if it was a level 2 attack, you would use a d4, and
Mhm.
multiply the result by your damage multiplier.
Which should be fine, right?
By default, unless you have a modifier.
Fair.
And then add your attack value. Too many steps in this system, but it's what we got.
So that's 1 times 2 times 6 or plus 6.
Uh, that would be 2. Yeah.
Yes, that would be. No, actually, it would be 1 times 5 plus 6.
Mhm.
So that would be 11 points of damage.
Right.
Okay, so 11 points of damage.
And yeah, the barreling, the clenching up into his protective ball didn't necessarily work, but you see him kind of shrug off the hit real easily.
Of course.
This guy's fur and muscle still very soft. And now it's my turn.
Oh, goody.
Diamond.
Step 1, gonna get out of this stupid thing.
And for that, I'm going to be
Rolling for body against this concrete.
Mhm.
and applying my super strength quality. Well, no, it's actually not necessarily the
Super strength takes priority over that. Super strength level 2 gives you an ability to roll above that, so that means means the target number is lessened, so that means 2 plus BAM! Okay,
Who hates you today?
Apparently,
seems like it.
it's probably
However,
getting back at you for the stunt you pulled last game too.
I'm sorry if my accents are amazing, okay? So he manages to free one of his fists, and that is when he decides to let loose on the Appleplexian that is within attack range. Now, put up your dukes, cat lady.
Let me tell you something, Shaggy Kong. I will do just that.
Can you defend against this?
Wow.
Looks like it can. All right. So, you manage to just bring up your put up both of your fists and intercept the impact that hits you. This guy's strong, but so are you. A small shockwave gets out, and Keo, this is terrifying. If
Yeah,
if uh, if you had been between the two of them at that point, your tiny skeleton probably would have exploded, sending off little bits of goo in all directions.
You.
yeah. The Ashton side is probably a little scared of
Concerned.
this. But the Keo side, gotta keep in mind, he was training to be a Dai, so
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of hardened.
There you go. Alrighty. So, that was that. Back to the top.
More fight! Go!
Yeah, I'm gonna basically do like a catapult effect with the earth, and then basically with my stone covered feet, smack Shaggy Khan into the face.
Good boy.
What dice do you roll for that? Well, attack. Roll for success on that. That's your abilities level plus 2d6.
Ability level, that would actually be 3.
Oh wow.
Well, because I'm using earth bending, which we all agreed was level 3.4. So, plus 3. Yep,
Mm.
here we go.
Let me tell you
It's
something, Rosemary.
dark.
We're sick of this.
Okay, let's see here.
I mean, unless I was supposed to add the 5 to that too, since it was also an attack, but.
Yes, add the 5.
Oh, so it's actually 15.
15.
Fifum teamums. Can I beat that? Evidently not.
See, it was just like screw the DM.
Oh my god.
For those of you watching at home, I am actively getting rules wrong. But you know what? Looking up rules takes too much time, so I'm gonna forget about it.
Now, roll me some damage. The level dictates your dice. Level 3 gets you d6 damage plus your attack modifier. Well, d6 times 5 plus your attack modifier.
Plus modifier. So 2d6 plus 5 times 5? Shoot.
D6 plus times 5 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
1d6.
Plus.
So, the result times 5 plus 5.
Whoop. So I don't goof up. Where's the times on this thing? Ah.
We can do math, just roll the result.
Yeah, alright, I'll just
Roll the
do the
d6.
plus 5. Oh, not that.
So you're supposed to multiply. You're
No.
supposed to multiply
Roll a
whatever
d6,
one
then
d6
we'll add
is.
the rest.
Oh,
Yes.
alright. Sorry. And I apologize for anybody who's watching this.
D6 times 5 plus
3,
5,
6,
that's
20 damage total.
Dang.
Wow. So even when I did no, not even slightly bad. It says it was just 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
And then you land on his face, and turns out it kind of hits with a soft thud. Not the kind of bone crunching thing that you're probably expecting from throwing rock at somebody's head. Yeah, turns out Shaggy Kong's fur, the big mane on his body, acts as a kind of natural armor, reducing the damage he takes from others.
All right,
Well,
Crash, show me what you got.
I wail on him some more. That is basically apoplexians in a nutshell. Actually, I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have KO step back a bit. I'm going to actually like lift up the everything from the ground and throw him.
Well, first of all, it's pronounced Keo, and second, he probably at least springed off of the face and at least landed about here in a crouching form.
Yeah, it sounds like an earthbender. Anyway.
Yeah. So she's going to lift him up, or at least try to lift him out of there and then toss him.
Lift this guy out of there and toss him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Not actually out of the trap, like with the trap and all that with him.
Oh God. And yet it makes way
Uh,
too much sense.
okay, roll me some mind,
hmm
which for an apoplexian is
Would be
probably
like
gonna be a
dumb.
3.
Right. Yeah, they're pretty dumb.
4 plus 1. Not quite the thing. The yeah, not quite. No.
Mm-mm.
Well,
If
shoot.
I was if I was to be generous, I would have called required at least a 10 for something like that on account of the fact that that's not how this trap works. Because by lifting, you break the trap because that's how rocks work. Apoplexian.
Well, again, apoplexians are kind of dumb. She's just going with whatever she thinks. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to make you roll because he's not going anywhere
hmm
on account of trap. What I will do, where are you throwing him?
Oh no.
This way.
Oh, good.
That way. Okay, so goes over there. And before you roll for damage, I am going to be rolling a body check.
Uh-oh.
And if you recall, body
hmm
is where Shaggy Kong shine. Oh, look at that.
Holy
I
smokes.
got a 21. So he flips in the air, curls up into a ball, uncurls from his ball, and lands on his feet and knuckles and gives a little in victory, pouting out his lips a little bit like, what you gonna do? And now, my
Where's
turn.
the attack?
It is time for this Kong to go ape. He goes over here because he's got enough body points to cross that distance. And now he is gonna perform his special level 3 attack, the head stomp,
Oh
where he
boy.
Yeah.
jumps up. I guess he didn't need to get quite that close if he's doing the head stomp. Where he jumps up from his position and lands directly on his target, which is gonna be Appleplex. And now, roll some defenses.
hmm
Okay, so that's attack plus level plus 2d6.
Oh.
Bam! And now you got a barrel full of monkey barreling down on you.
Wait, you said attack was level. Oh wait, you're saying attack was level. Yeah.
Correct.
Mhm.
So what I should have done while you were attacking me was was add my defenses level to my defensive attack thingy
Mhm.
before whatever. And so it is time to roll some damage. You see, like somewhere in the neighborhood of 700 pounds worth of ape careening down towards you. And let's see, how much damage is that? That's d6 times 5 plus a muscle ability plus the super strength modifier, which is plus 10 damage. Oh, wait, no, I don't have to modify it. So, bam! 5 times 5 plus 10 plus 6.
I'm gonna say I definitely am out.
5. Hang on, hang on.
That's definitely gonna hurt.
5 times 5 is 25 plus 10 is 35. And 35 plus 6 is 41.
Mhm.
And for an Appleplexian, let's just say that Shaggy Kong has a grand total. He's a player character, so it doesn't. I don't need to hide any of his stats from anybody.
Mhm.
Has a health pool, has a total HP of 85.
Mm.
So I'm going to rule that an Appleplexian should have something within that same ballpark
Yeah.
because those things are freaking insane. as
Yeah,
well
they are.
as a little bit of natural armor, which should reduce the damage by 10, just like Shaggy Kong do.
Hmm.
So that takes the damage from 41 to 31. So you're probably, if we go to that, let's pretend that you have 50 hit points left.
All right.
And right now, from all the damage that's been dealt to Shaggy Kong, that would be he's down to 80. Because he got friggin' armor that's just eating y'all's attacks.
Yeah, she's pinned.
Yes, pinned. And now, top of the next round, Kyo, you have initiative.
So just you and Kyo now.
Oh, great.
Because I did a dumb.
Well, this is probably going to be one of the stupidest things I have ever come up with, but
Go for it!
I'm going to basically catapult again. But as I sail over Shaggy, wrap my hidden chain around one of his fists, it basically starts twirling him around, if I have enough strength for this, and toss him in this direction.
Okay, so you find that the that's because these character sheets that I have designed, they're not the default things for Besom,
Mhm.
but they do include things like weight, which in Shaggy Kong's case is exactly 650 pounds.
Oh my.
Dang it, I was hoping
Roll
that at least the momentum
5.
could have. Okay.
Actually,
Six.
there'll be a roll attack for this.
Oh, okay, so 5. 2d6 plus 5. Come on, come on, come on. Really? Just.
Oh.
Really?
And a bump. So, you make your attempt, you try to go it, but the chain just goes taut, wrapped around a raised fist of Shaggy Kong's. He turns around smugly, looking at you, his face covered mostly by his hair, but his big muzzle just kind of grins mischievously at you,
Well,
smelling of banana.
can I use my extra attack or
Of
action?
course. Go ahead.
While he's distracted, I'm going to earth bend a pillar of stone either to his face or to his little
Whatever you can
friend.
see. He's quadrupedal right now.
Mm.
And his face is kind of taking up a lot of your field of view.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna aim for the forbidden zone.
Mm.
You're going to have to roll that one with a little bit of disadvantage, and you can't see it.
Yeah, that's fair. So 3d6.
3d6, take the lowest two.
Right. Uh, just that and not a +5.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, actually, yes, the +5.
Mhm.
All right.
Bam. That's my defenses.
Oh my god.
No, no, the two lowest. Not the. Yeah, yeah, two
5,
lowest. 5
14.
and 4
That's
plus
still
5.
16.
That's
Oh.
still. Yep, that still works. And
14, sorry.
and I'm ruling that his fur is actually rather thin in that area. In comparison. So roll for damage.
Okay. Just 1d6.
1d6.
No plus. Come on.
Multiplied by 5,
5.
and then add your attack.
So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
That's
15,
20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's from 80 to 60, and now you have a very angry monkey in front of
Yeah.
you. So,
Well, shit.
Crash, do
Mhm.
something to free yourself if you possibly can.
Um.
Your options right now to liberate yourself is to perform a body check
Yeah.
to see if you can overwhelm this ape.
Right.
And seeing as how
Oh.
you're
Whoops.
playing an Appleplexian, they have a super strength of no less than level 2. So lifting 650 pounds by itself is actually not a difficult thing, especially when he's got his focus on a different opponent who just nailed him in the nads. So, yeah, I'm going to rule that well, you are plenty strong enough to where lifting and throwing this guy over your head is a mundane action at the moment. So
So
yeah,
yeah, I'm
pick a
gonna.
spot.
Oh, gonna move right here.
Where are you gonna throw him?
I'm gonna throw him this way.
Perform another body check, and yeah, if anybody's paying attention, body, this guy's body score
Mhm.
is off the charts.
Of course.
Now, even low rolls still let him succeed at relatively simple things like not hurting himself when he's being flung around. He is the perfect physical character at the expense of being kind of dumb. Well, actually, not really. It's just average intelligence,
Mhm.
but he's got other shortcomings in the form of nobody can understand him, and he's not terribly appealing, and he doesn't really have a lot of special tricks like Kyo does. He's very
Mm.
basic, but his bases are covered,
Mhm.
and they are covered with hair.
Well, almost all of his bases.
Almost all of his bases. Soft underbelly and whatnot.
Underbelly. We'll go with that. It is under the belly.
Alrighty. So, this monkey is getting angry. He's slamming his hands on the ground. And I thought I changed you. You're supposed to be 60. There.
Mm.
And he is ready to just get over there and smash you in the faces. And he's going for Keo first because Keo, you jerk, you went for the thing you weren't supposed to go for like a jerk. And he is going to just straight up deck you.
Oh boy.
And he got super strength.
Do I at least still roll for defense?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And
Of course.
add one level
No.
for his basic. No, just attack. And Haplampus.
Of course.
And so this guy's barreling towards you. He's rushing. You think you're ready to spring, but you don't really know what to do. Is just kind of moving surprisingly quick for something so big. Holy crap! How are
Yeah.
you that fast?
Kill this.
because he's a freaking gorilla.
Yeah, kill this. I probably would at least put up an earth dome around me or something when that happens. But let's face it, Kong is apparently too fast for that.
Now let's see. It's time to roll damage. Basic attack. So Just rolling d4. No modifiers. That's what I've ruled for basic
Mm.
attacks.
You basic.
You're
Ooh.
basic. Okay. So, d4. I rolled a 1. Multiply that by 5. Super
Mm-hmm.
strength level 2. 5 becomes 15. Add my combat value, my attack combat value of 6. So that's 21 points of damage. So he stops in front of you, takes out, holds up his finger in a kind of flicking position, and then nails you in the forehead with, dealing 21 points of damage.
Ooh.
Ow.
So, how's everybody stacked up as far as HP goes?
I'm still at
Well,
like 50.
let's see. 60, 50, so that means 60, 50, about maybe 49? No, 39. 39. That's the right one.
Mm-hmm.
At least I caught myself.
Alrighty. Back to the top.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyo, you're kind of a little bit battle stunned, so I'm giving initiative to Crash this time.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fair.
I am jumping on top of his head.
Jumping on top of his head? How dare you!
Mm-hmm.
That's my specially written out technique that I paid character for. It's trademarked. Darn it! Okay, roll for body to perform the attack. And in your case, Appleplexian, I'm gonna give it a 9. Because
Oh,
Appleplexians are also an insane.
all right. So I'm gonna re-roll that actually.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I'll re-roll that.
Reroll.
That was only marginally better.
Okay. So you jump up, you're ready to bear down. That's how you successfully do it. And now, okay, now you roll for the, because it's an attack that's not technically listed among your abilities like mine is. So have to give it an additional chance to fail, but it did not fail.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of an easy thing to do, but normally not a thing you want to do because giving yourself more chances to fail is dumb.
So that's the level 1 attack. So that's 1, and so it's a D5. Or wait, what am I rolling?
You're rolling the if the attack is successful or not. So
Oh.
add 1 to the combat value,
Mm.
and then add 2d6.
So my combat value would be
Would be 6.
6, so 7. And all right.
And now I'm going to do the thing that I should have done earlier and add my curl up ability to my defensive level. And Hablampus. You try jumping down on him, but he curls up into a ball just at the last second, and you land on a big squish of fur. Just goes brang a little bit, and you kind of
Bounce back.
it doesn't really, the hair doesn't really bounce, so it just kind of like gets stuck there for a second, and you kind of have to like get your balance a little bit. Roll me body to falling over.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Both of
goodness.
us?
Just
No, not
me.
you.
Because I was the one who jumped on him.
Ah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay, that's a pass. Yes, you manage to land back on your feet without making a big dunce of yourself.
Mm.
And yeah, Shaggy pokes his head out from under. And with that, Hanako raises her hand and shouts, "Time!"
I look up.
And then
I look up too.
Shaggy looks up and. This bout is over. Everyone did a great job today. Please revert to your normal forms.
Yep, I do so.
Same.
Put big finger to forehead and become less big.
Come on. Come on. And so this guy become this guy. This girl becomes pink. And this guy becomes a nerd. There we go.
Don't I feel loved?
You are so loved by someone.
It's okay. You're still awesome in my eyes.
Thanks.
Okay. Did I give you to the right person? Yes, I did. Okay. Alrighty. That happened.
Yeah.
Whew. I feel kind of invincible at that point. I know I designed him for action and fighting and hitting and stuff, but whew, actually getting a chance to tumble with somebody, that was a lot of fun.
I punch him in the stomach.
That
I
was
forget this.
uncalled for.
Sorry, a little bit of crash is still left over.
Everyone, please gather around.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over here now.
Feel invincible now.
And she hands out more electrolyte supplements.
Right.
Taken.
This time she lets us take two because fighting's difficult work. She gives us all little water bottles, and Parker starts eating bananas.
Hey, share.
Fine, here, have one.
I take one. And I take another one to give it to Ashton.
All right. Now, what did everyone learn from this experience?
Parker's like,
Vanilla are stupid.
"Oh,
Yes, it is entirely possible that you are not as tactically aware as you should be when you're in your Appleplexian form. So that's something you need to keep in mind before you transform into that state.
Right. I usually don't go for those types anyhow.
But the fact that you have one in reserve is very forward thinking as well. Mm, I I learned that I I love a good fight. It's so much fun.
Unless you get hit in the Forbidden Zone.
That was a cheap shot and you shouldn't have done it, you big dumb jerk.
I raised my hand. Hey, don't look at me.
Anything
That was more
goes.
Kiryu than me. He was being tactical and looking for the weak points.
This wasn't anything
Unfortunately,
goes match.
unfortunately, Mr. Ashton, you are still ultimately responsible for each choice that you make. You are influenced, not controlled by these other forms.
Yeah, I know.
Don't forget this.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Brothers in love.
right. So I learned that I I can take a serious beating. I feel like I've got a really good frontline character up in this business. Yes, but do you realize what happened the first time you took out that ape? I became an internet sensation.
No, you did not. You
You drew
endangered
attention
yourself.
to yourself.
And why did you do that? I did it because in that form you essentially became you essentially developed the decision making skills of someone horribly intoxicated without the loss of physical dexterity or coordination. I but uh, You are ultimately responsible for the decisions that your characters make while you are in those forms. And that goes all the way to choosing those forms in the first place. You are all responsible for understanding how your characters affect each of your minds.
Right.
Got it.
Yes, ma'am. Now, all that said, I'm actually very pleased with the display that I've seen today.
Huh?
Each of your forms has a function. Some of them are a little bit more niche than others, and this needs to be taken into account. Now, there's just one more thing that you all need to know that shifters struggle with.
Okay. What's
What's
that?
that?
Jinx.
Jinx.
You owe me a soda.
Sometimes, sometimes you won't turn into the creature or character that you want to be.
I
Huh?
won't.
Wait. You mean You mean like one of these days I'm going to try to turn into Shaggy Kong because we need a heavy hitter, but I might accidentally turn into Angler instead, who can't hit for crap? That is precisely what I mean. This is usually a
Ugh.
symptom of overuse. Even if your
Hmm.
characters are technically ready for deployment, overuse can sometimes result in a short circuit.
Ooh. So we gotta at least try to transform equally at a time. Oh.
Yes, that means giving your niche characters time to stretch their legs. Usually when there's nothing of particular importance to do. Not the sort of thing that you want to save for a day of battle.
That
Hmm.
means I'm gonna have to use Ivory Tome a lot too. Cried.
Eh, well, I guess that's fair.
Hmm.
Alright, now we've had our demonstrations. The next training days will involve just getting to know the characters that we have, and the rest of today I will use to teach you the most important skill that shifters have. Everyone, gather
Hmm.
around the bench.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bench.
Well, sorry.
She crosses in front. The most important thing for shifters, she passes out blank pieces of paper and mechanical pencils to all of us, is creating alternate forms.
Right.
Now that you have these powers, it'll be more important than ever to understand the concepts behind solid character creation.
I see.
And more importantly than that, you need to understand the value of power. In typical fiction, it doesn't cost anything at all to create a planet buster type of character. All you have to do is describe it. And there, it's done. For you
Uh,
three, it'll be very, very different. Each ounce of power that you give yourselves is going to cost you electrolytes. It will also cost you additional carbohydrates. That means the stronger you make yourselves, the more likely you are to exhaust your base form's physical bodies. And if you make your altered forms too powerful, transformation could kill you.
ooh.
Almost like with
Oh,
you.
Uh,
I am a bit of a special case. I developed my characters through a great deal of trial and error, mostly error, and a lot of physical pain.
Oh,
oh boy.
The characters that you've seen are highly, highly advanced. You are not ready for anything near that level. Honestly, characters like this for a shifter should never exist. But Suffice it to say, someone has clearly figured out how they work, and it's possible that others like them will exist. And if you come across one, run. You do not have what it takes to beat someone like me at my full power.
Understood.
Got it.
Uh, right. Now then, get to work on coming up with some ideas for possible characters to put into your shifter devices.
Hmm.
I raised my hand. Um,
Oh, exactly.
wh-
Please get transferred in.
is it a problem if I already came up with one?
Hmm, not necessarily. Put it down on paper and we'll start workshopping it.
Um,
I'll give you all a few minutes to come up with things.
actually, that
Mm.
one's kind of a little too late. And I pull out
Hmm.
the sketchbook and show her the picture of James Howling, which I'm sure Avian would remember from the roleplay
Mhm.
art.
Yep.
Hmm, interesting. All right, I'll help you workshop this character while the others make characters of their own. Okay, I'll do this then. Scribble, scribble, scribble,
Mm.
scribble, scribble.
In.
All right, so tell me about this character of yours.
Well, he's Wolfranthro, obviously. From the world of Sonic the Hedgehog, I figured that instead of strength, he'd also be a bit of a tech whiz. Especially if, let's face it, something goes wrong in those arcades again. We're definitely gonna need somebody who has any knowledge on that kind of stuff on the team.
Understanding of technology is an indispensable skill in these times. Very good choice. Also, Sonic the Hedgehog seems to be a very solid choice for maximizing the kind of power you're capable of.
Uh, thanks. Probably
Now
helps that
then,
I remember Tails having that kind of ability too.
exactly. Now, what would you say are this character's weaknesses?
Well, because he's more of a mechanic, he's probably not entirely that strong, so he'll probably create gadgets and whatnot to do his fighting for him.
Perfectly adequate. It has specific weaknesses, but also widely applicable strengths. This is very good. Characters like this are balanced by their weaknesses, but the weaker they are in some areas, the stronger they can be in others, as we've seen demonstrated in both the Shaggy Kong and Crash, I think it was.
Yes.
Sounds right.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is a very good character. I wasn't quite ready to make this demonstration, but since you have something ready, I can show you a little bit of how it would work. Of the next I can show you a little bit of the next step.
Mm, all right then.
Now, the next step involves the finalization process. When you're hit with ghosts, a lot of this step is made for you. These characters are in some way close to you, or maybe just recent additions to your lives. But for
Ah.
adding new transformations, you first design the character as completely as possible. If you're an artist, it'll be easy. Making nice turnaround sheets and whatnot will help a lot. If you're not super artistically inclined, writing these things out as biographical information, maybe a short story or maybe even a longer story if you're so inclined, all of these things will help. Once
Right.
those things exist, it's a matter of focusing on the character while holding your shifter device. Parker raises his hands. Um, is that the official name of these sorts of things? It seems kind of bland. Well, I didn't quite come up with it, but, well, If you have any better names for them, feel free to share.
Oh boy. Also, hi Cyrus.
Oh, hey! Good to see ya!
You know, in as much as we can possibly see someone in the context of a stream.
Yeah, sorry for not acknowledging it until now. Just noticed you making a comment.
Yes. Scribble, scribble, scribble.
Hey, are they wrong?
Well, I was thinking of calling him something a little bit more catchy, like, uh, so far I've got like shift triggers, or like the button, or, you know,
Portals.
Um, let's not go with the but, especially since that's gonna implicate way too many things.
I said button.
A ton.
That's still gonna implicate so many other things. Like you could say the button, and people was well, we are gonna assume like the button on the elevator or something.
You keep using that word implicate. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Implied. Is that better?
We can come up with snappier catchy names later. Right now, please focus on the activity at hand.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a school teacher, aren't you?
That
Is
was
that a
it.
problem? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Scribble,
Scribble, scribble, scribble, scribble,
scribble.
scribble.
All right. So, you can use this time to add biographical information to your character in writing. This will help with the next step.
All
Excellent.
right.
Hmm.
Okay, so I think I got something here. It came out looking like a fork. Uh Fork? Yeah, it's like supposed to be some kind of a Cuphead OC, but Fork was all I
Ugh.
could come up with.
Oh God, that game. Ugh.
What? It's a good game. Screw you.
No, I'm not saying it's not a good game, but good God, it's frustrating to get past.
Hmm. Whatever.
I do like the
Well,
songs in it.
let's see it then. Mm-hmm. So, a uh, a fork then. Did you have any abilities in mind for it? Uh, well, um, no. Honestly, I'm not even super attached to this one.
Oh
Well, then
boy.
it won't do at all. Try again until you can find something that you are more passionate about. These things need to be personal to you in order to anchor themselves into your soul. Uh, or soul? Did I stutter? No, no. I'll get back to it. Scribble, scribble, scribble. All right. Do you have any ideas so far?
I do actually.
All right.
I
What would that be?
I was thinking, since we have so many characters who are take on a bit of an animal form and may have struggles with communicating, that I would have a character that could help translate. So I came up with uh, Charlene Dawson, aka Whisperer. She basically can speak to animals. She's an X-Men character.
Huh.
Oh, now that's useful. That's
Mm,
thinking like a team player right there.
thank you.
Making up for making up for weaknesses in the team dynamic is a great strategy for coming up with new characters. Hmm, let's see here. actually. And Parker, you appear to be having trouble. Yeah, I guess being put on the spot like this, nothing's really coming to me. Hmm, that's perfectly fine. There is no rush to this. This was simply to get everyone started here.
Right.
And I believe this would be a good time to let all of you go for the day. But not before everyone else takes another supplement, drinks some water, and has a banana.
I do so.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And then we finish off the pastries.
Nom, 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 nom. Excellent. I'm so glad that all of you are so cooperative. The probability of these powers landing in the hands of people who would misuse them is extremely high.
I can imagine.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen a couple of them. Indeed. I think they're working for someone else, of course. And this someone else is probably someone who has some understanding of how these surges and the ghosts they produce work. They've already figured out a way to capture these ghosts, probably to harness them and weaponize them as well.
Hmm.
I understand that you've already done well to thwart their latest efforts, but I can't, in good conscience, let you keep fighting them. But you've already seen what we can do. We can hold our own. You can hold your own against a couple of stooges, but
We're
whoever's
not
leading
for
them
anything bigger.
is probably much bigger.
I hate to say this, but even if we were to try to stay out of it, I don't think we're gonna have much choice if those same stooges pretty much blab about us.
This is true, and that's why you need to train yourselves. But don't go looking for trouble before it comes to you.
I have no intention to. Besides, I'm too busy with school and work as it is.
Yeah, same. Plus, I get the feeling that we're gonna be one of those groups where trouble just finds us.
Parker? Now,
Parker.
Parker?
you can't go looking to challenge them. This isn't a game, Parker. This isn't a way for you to level up.
I didn't think there was a way to level up.
I take
Well,
Parker by the hand gently. Parker, please.
if trouble comes to me, I'm not gonna ignore it. But fine, I won't go out of my way for it. You happy?
Fair enough.
Good. Now, the last thing that all of you need after a day like this is rest. Go on home, relax, sleep, and have a healthy meal that will sustain you.
Right.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. And with that, tonight's game is adjourned.
Woohoo!
Wow.
And look at that. We didn't have to run into anybody who was out to kill anything or make anything explode, and yet we still got to crack some knuckles.
Hmm.
Yeah, at least this time. Let's face it, even with the abandoned train station being a good hideout, let's face it, eventually we're gonna get found out.
Right.
Sorry, I know I'm
Eh,
being a pessimist at this point.
I'm just leaving
well,
you to
all
keep
that
myself
means
up.
is that you've watched a Saturday morning cartoon before.
Actually, I used to watch that a lot when I was little.
You don't say.
Anyhoozle, that's it for tonight, everybody.
But before
Good
that,
seeing
shall we do a
y'all.
raid?
Before that, raid!
Shadow Legends.
No,
Shadow Legends?
not sponsored.
Raid Shadow Legends. Ooh, Shifa's on.
Oh, that's right. All right. And do
Right?
you have a raid message you want to do?
What do you think? Cyrus, got anything if you're still there?
They probably left if they're not
Mm,
just putting it on for
Lurking.
noise, which I don't blame them.
yeah.
Okay, that should do the
Hmm.
trick.
Oh,
And
well,
there
I
you
was
go.
still coming up with a what's the message.
Oh no, don't worry. It's gonna go to the raid now button when it's done loading.
Mm.
And there you go.
So, let's see. No train, no game.
That could work. All right, so then just type it up and we'll just do a copy and paste.
Yep.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste.
Player. Uh,
I don't actually know how to change my name in this thing.
Pardon?
I don't know how to change my name on Roll20. I'm still
Ah,
new to this thing.
yeah, that's fair.
I don't
And
know
it's
how
getting
any of this
close
works.
to the end, and I'm just gonna stop real briefly. Oh, of course you finally. You know what? That's okay. At least either way,
Figures.
we avoided accidentally raiding before we were ready.
Mm-hmm.
So raid again. Now to
And
copy.
with that, everyone, goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. And next time, if we have another game, well, we'll just see what happens.
Bye!
Be afraid. Be very
Oh, very afraid. Okay, bye. This is actually Winnie Song signing off.
Bye bye.
Bye!
And here we go.
Right.
There was no saving you for that. There was some last minute issues for my folks' flight earlier. Okay.
Oh my
There we
gosh, if
go.
Robbie's still there, he's gonna be so confused as to
Also,
why he's now watching Shiva.
raid, my dear.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't
This up here,
add the
so
raid
it's not
message.
as in my face.
I'm still
But thank you for
Like,
the
not
raid,
clicking
my
it.
dear.
Ah,
plugging it in. There we go.
Alright, we're gonna pop out of this one. I'll make my own thing. How's that sound?
All right. Everybody,
Hey, man.
We are most likely not
Okay,
going to have a
I
game
don't
next
know,
week
like-
on account of I need to visit with a certain somebody who doesn't have a character sheet for the character that they used
I thought I had to
this
create a
week.
tournament.
oh dear.
Sorry.
And we gotta fix that. As well as fill in all the blanks on the rest of their characters.
Friends?
I've
dear.
been busy.
Look,
I've
this
had
is-
to
I
like
have not
clean
been
my
busy.
room and all that, and do a lot of other stuff. I've been trying to take care of stuff while
I
also
guess we
talking to
should
you
work on
about
this
other
for
things.
now.
Also Wing.
Yes.
If there
Yeah,
are
this
any
sucked for us for a
characters
while.
that you think need
Hey,
some
mods, wanna get the code?
retooling, then I would recommend giving them a once over to figure out who
No,
needs
that's
what.
my friend code.
Uh, Well, it
That
might be
could
easy and
Also,
hard
right, I should
since,
probably fire
honestly,
Nightbot.
other than maybe making the character sheet for James Howling, that Wolf Anthro character, I
Mm-hmm.
only have three others. So,
All right.
worst comes to worst, they could also be looked over with everybody else,
Yeah,
just in
might
case
have
I'm
to
goofing
create
up on
one.
something.
Okay. Sounds good. So, I need to figure out exactly how reactions work in this system. Because right now, I found that Shaggy Kong's defensive skill is significantly in excess of what it ought to be.
Ooh.
Oh wait, you can't.
Well, at least there's always
The
homebrew.
yeah,
Okay.
the curl up ability. Well, right now,
I need to. What is the thing?
well, yes, I could homebrew it, but the issue is that I need to figure out what the rules say first before I homebrew anything.
That's fair.
Right.